Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying out some new makeup products, products that are new to me that I've never tried before. I know, I look so sunburned. My nose especially. Like, I feel like I was done burning for the summer and I got burnt again and it hurts so bad. So anyways, if this is your first video that you've seen of mine testing out some new makeup, I always use a foundation that I already know that I like, because I feel like foundation can alter like other products. Like, I feel like I don't get like a true, what am I trying to say? Like, I feel like if I have a brand new foundation I've never tried before, that it could potentially mess up some of the other new products that I plan on testing out. So I always try to use like a foundation that I love. So anyways, so I thought today we could try out this Maybelline Master Prime Hydrate and Smooth Primer. I don't think I've ever tried any Maybelline primers before, so this should be my first. So it's pretty thick. And I can't tell what it smells like because I just use like hand sanitizer. Ooh, but it feels really like creamy. Feels like a moisturizer. My face always turns so red whenever I apply primer. Ooh, yeah. It feels a little... To me, I like it because I have dry skin. But if you're oily, you probably wouldn't, because it feels pretty, like... oily, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I like how it feels. It feels like a moisturizer to me. So far, we're off to a good start. I think I like that. This says you can wear alone or under makeup for comfortable wear. Visibly smooths, prime skin with hydration, lightweight formula, does not clog pores. Before I read the back of this, I was actually like just thinking to myself that this feels like really nice. Like, I would wear it without makeup. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This is the shade 238 Rich Tan. I've already tried this before. I love it, so I'm just going to skip through this part. Oh my gosh, I swear whenever I get sunburned, like, makeup will not stick to my nose. Ugh, it drives me absolutely insane. To brighten up my under eye, I'm going to be trying out this Essence Color Correcting Stick in the shade 01, Say No to Dull Skin. I think that's what it is. So this guy didn't have very good reviews on Ulta, but since I love under eye correctors, like especially like pink salmon shades, I wanted to try it anyways. I need to get my nails done, and I thought about just getting gel, but like my nails aren't very long and they're still really brittle from me picking off my acrylics. I absolutely love not having nails, because then I feel like I can actually like touch my face and like blend in my makeup with my fingers. It doesn't feel very hydrating. It feels like a really dry formula. So if you have dry under eyes, you probably wouldn't like this. For concealer, I'm going to be trying out the BH Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. I actually have two shades. I have the white shade, so that way I can lighten up any concealer that I have. And then I also have the shade, it says 100.5. If I remember right, I bought the lightest shade that you could buy, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. So I feel like this concealer is probably going to be a little bit too light for me because I am tan, but I want to try it. Oh, so it's like a squeeze tube. I think you're just supposed to put that directly underneath your eye, but I'm not doing that. So I guess I'm just going to take like that much. I have no idea how much I need. It says full coverage, so I would assume not a lot. It feels like a cream, but it's not sticky or anything. Like, it feels really creamy. Hopefully this isn't like too bright. Ooh, I like this. I like how this feels. It feels like really lightweight and not sticky at all, but it does feel like it's going to dry like really fast. Normally I would use a brush to blend out my concealer, but I'm going to use a sponge today. I feel like this is one of those concealers too that if you just let sit like long enough, so after you blend it out and just let it dry, you probably wouldn't have to set it. That's what it's starting to feel to me anyways. I feel like I look ridiculous in the viewfinder. It is a little too light for me right now. I feel okay. I feel like when I look in my little mirror, I look fine, but when I look in the viewfinder, it looks way too bright. I'm just gonna run a little bit down the center of my nose, even though it's probably not gonna stick because I'm burnt. Hopefully, I'm trying to cover up that redness with this concealer. Oh, that helped. That actually looked like it helped my nose because the foundation didn't really stick to it. I actually really like this. I don't know if I would consider it full coverage though, but I did apply it with a sponge, and a sponge always soaks up like a lot of product in my opinion, but I think it looks nice. To set everything, I'm going to be trying out the MAC and Patrick Star Patrick's powder. I've never tried this. I don't know why I always say that in these videos, like I've never tried any of these products. But a lot of people on YouTube really like this powder, so I'm excited to try it. It sucks that if it is really good, it's like a limited edition. I'm pretty sure it is anyways, I don't know. Ooh, it looks like there's like a little bit of like a pink tint to it. Yeah, there's definitely a tint. Is this supposed to be translucent? I don't know. It doesn't say. So this is what it looks like. To me, it has like a little bit of like a pink tint. So I'm just gonna go underneath my eyes first, just to get out some creases, but there's really not a lot actually. And I'm gonna dip my sponge in there and then just set my under eyes. I almost never use translucent powder to set my under eyes because I feel like it darkens up my concealer. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but in this case, I don't think it did actually. Plus, I wouldn't mind if it darkened up my concealer a little bit now because that concealer is a little bit too light for me. This looks nice though. I like this. I can see why people like this. I'm just gonna put a little bit more in the cap, and I'm gonna set the rest of my face with my sponge just so my bronzer and blush go on easier. It doesn't seem like it's altering the shade of my foundation either. It doesn't seem like it's altering the color of my foundation. I mean, I won't really be able to tell 100% until I go back to edit, but it looks like it's just setting it, even though it has that tint to it. For bronzer, I know this bronzer isn't going to be for everybody because it does look like it's going to have a sheen in it, so if you like matte bronzers, you probably won't like this. This is from JCat, and it's the Golden Soleil Baked Bronzer. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. So this is in the shade 103 Cancun Golden Tan. I don't know. And I'm going to use my Morphe E3. Ooh, it's, from what I can tell, I barely dip my brush in there and it looks really pigmented. It's definitely a warm bronzer, which are not really, like, warm bronzers really aren't my favorite unless I'm tan, because I feel like warm orangey red tone bronzers don't look good on fair skin. At least they don't look good on my skin tone when I'm like really fair. But this is so pigmented, I barely needed any. It looks good though. And I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit with my stippling brush. I think it looks nice. And a little bit went a long way. And it's not too, like, if you just look at it like this, it looks like it's gonna be super like shimmery, but I don't think it is. Like, I think it just gave me the right amount of like sheen. It kind of gave me that like healthy summer bronzy glow look. So for blush, I'm gonna be trying out this Cargo Cosmetics blush in the shade Bali. Mine came broken and I'm like so lazy I didn't even want to return it. But this is the shade. It looks really pretty. It's kind of like a medium peach shade and it's supposed to be waterproof. I've never tried, the only thing I've tried from Cargo is an eyeshadow palette, but I've never tried like any other face products or anything. So I'm gonna use my Morphe E4. Just kind of dip in there. Hopefully it's not, okay. Oh, there's like a sheen in this. It's like a blush highlight. Do you see that? That's pretty though. I mean, if you didn't want to apply highlighter, I mean, who doesn't want to apply highlighter, but if you didn't want to, this is kind of like a 2-in-1. So for highlighter, I'm going to be trying out the Flower Beauty highlighting palette. This is the Shimmer and Strobe Long Lasting Natural Luminous Glow. It says sheer coverage, but I swatched this and it's intense, so I don't know why they're saying that. I think this is the only shade. So you do get like a little brush, and like honestly I'm not going to use that. So you get 3 shades. So we have like the most palest shade, we have like a pink highlighter, and then a gold. So that's what they look like. Yeah, that is not sheer coverage. No way. Does that look like sheer coverage to you? My cats are trying to come in my room right now. They're sticking their paws underneath the door. So I think I'm just going to take the gold shade first and see, and if I need to lighten it up, I'm going to go in with the lighter shade. Ooh. That's so gorgeous. That blush is weird. It's giving me like a pink highlight on my cheek, I feel. This, oh my gosh. Okay, I like everything I've tried so far, but if you were gonna buy one thing, this. This is amazing. It's so pretty. I just want to keep putting more and more on. I could shower in this. I love this. So I don't have any new brow products to try out, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows off camera and I will be right back. So I went ahead and put some of that Patrick Star powder underneath my bronzer because I feel like I got a little bit sloppy, and since I'm not contouring my cheeks, I want more of like a clean line. So moving on to eyes, I'm pretty excited for this. I've heard nothing but good things. This is one of the new Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. I have mine in the shade Not a Basic Peach. These are only $5. I also got the one that looks like the Modern Renaissance palette. I haven't tried it yet, but I really want to. This looks gorgeous. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you guys, when I was doing my brows, that Patrick Star powder, I love it on my face, but I'm still getting like a bunch of creasing underneath here. I don't know if it was the powder or the concealer. I'm gonna probably go with the concealer, or even that Essence brightening stick. I think that's what it was. That's probably why I had bad reviews. This first shade right here, it's like a cream shade. It's labeled Transition, and then this one down here is also labeled Transition, but I'm gonna use this top shade just as like an all over shade, and I'm using this big brush. It's a Morphe M173. I have no idea what it's supposed to be for, but I kind of like it just to put over. I can't talk today. I like it for like an all over lid shade. I just feel like it gets the shade there and blends it out like super fast. So that's what I've been using this brush for. I mean, I can't really see the shade, but it looks pretty in the pan. Then I'm going to go in with my Sigma E40. What should we do today? All these colors look amazing. Like, I don't even know. I think I'm going to do all these like orangey shades, like the warmer shades, all over, and then apply some concealer, and then apply that teal shade. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I was going to go in with this orange shade, but I think I'm actually going to go in with this peach shade. It looks like there's a little bit of like sparkle in it, but it doesn't look like too much. So I'm going to try to use this as a transition shade. I mean, it's not overly pigmented, but it's definitely showing up more than I thought, I guess. And it doesn't look like any of the glitter that you can kind of see up close when you look at the palette. It doesn't look like it's like getting on my eye. So I'm just going to build this shade up. I haven't used this Sigma E40 in a really long time. I forgot how much I liked it. Now I'm going to go in with this orange shade right here, and I'm pretty much just going to go on top of that. So I'm just like layering those two colors. Sometimes I blend so much I like blend off the corner of my eyebrow. I like can't help it. I'm going to put some on the lid and just continue to build up this shade. It's really pretty. So there isn't like a lot of like kickback, but a little bit. But I feel like the stiffer your like eye brushes are, the more kickback you get. That's really pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the shade that says Transition down here at the bottom. It's like a darker, it's like a red brown shade. I'm just gonna focus this on the outer corner and just kind of buff it into the crease. I should probably switch brushes for this. I'm gonna use this Morphe M433. It's kind of like the Sigma E25. I'm just gonna pack this in the inner corner, or I'm gonna pack the shade on the outer corner. Ooh, this reminds me of some MAC eyeshadow that I have. Maybe it's Brown Script. Does that sound right? Then back in with the 40. Just a lightly dusting around that just to make sure it's like all blended. I think I need it to be a little bit darker in the outer corner. I'm gonna take that dark brown right there, just a little bit. So far so good. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix this bottom shade with this orange shade, and I'm just going to lightly like buff both of those into the crease. Just because I want it a little bit darker up here, even though I love that orange shade by itself, but I just feel like I want it darker. Okay, so I'm gonna try that trick that Nicole Guerrero always does, where she puts the concealer like right here on her like lash line practically, and then looks up and then cuts her crease. Ugh. We're gonna try that. I guess I could use the white one. I hope this doesn't mess up my whole eye look. Well, first I need to get this off. That's been sitting for a while. Okay, so I'm gonna take the white BH Cosmetics one. This could be a good or bad idea. I guess we'll find out. And I'm gonna use my MAC 242. So I guess I'm just gonna dip my brush in there. Okay, so let's try. Gonna work? I think so. I can't really tell. There we go. Wow, my crease is like really far up there. Oh my god, trying to do this like sitting really far from the mirror is hard. I mean, I think it worked. Let's do it on this side. I definitely didn't need that much, but I can never shut this eye on this side. I don't know why. I think that looks okay. Right? I don't know. I guess if you didn't know that you had two differently shaped eyes, you would after you do a semi-cut crease. I feel like my eyes are different shapes. I mean, hopefully that looks okay. So I just wiped off the MAC 242 and I'm gonna go in with that teal shade right here and put that on top, I think. Hopefully that looks okay. Ooh. I feel like I put more concealer on this eye than I did on the other one. I'm telling you, I cannot close this eye. It like will not close by itself. I need to blend out that, so I'm going to go back in with that little Morphe brush, and I'm gonna take a mixture of these two shades and like kind of blend that together. Oh, okay. That worked out better than I thought. I think this dark brown right here, and I'm just gonna press it up against my lash line. Kind of like a fake liner, I guess. Or a smudge liner. Oh, oh my gosh, I just saw how much fallout I have underneath my eye. I'm just putting it like on my outer corner and then stopping it like right where that turquoise meets. Like I'm not gonna bring it in all the way. For a brow highlight, I'm gonna take this shade right here. Sorry, I keep looking that way and then my camera like gets dark. I'm gonna try not to do that. I don't want too much of a brow highlight because I need to get my brows done, so I really don't want to bring a lot of attention to that area. Okay, so I'm just gonna take that same shade and pop it on my inner corners just a little bit. So for my lower lash line, I'm just gonna take a combination of this orange shade and this transition shade right here. I'm gonna start with the orange shade first. And I'm going in with that dark brown shade just very lightly on the outer corner. So the last thing I have to try out is a lip product. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, apply some mascara to my top and bottom lashes, and run a little bit of nude liner in my waterline and some falsies, and then I'll be right back. So for lashes, I went ahead and applied my House of Lashes Iconic. I really like these lashes. I wanted to use the Nicole Guerrero and Eylure lashes, like the thicker, more dramatic ones, but for some reason, like that band just does not want to like bend to the shape of my eye. So I went ahead and went with the Iconics. I really want to try the Iconic Lights because like I really like these, but they're a little bit too dramatic for me. So moving on to lips, I'm going to be lining my lips with MAC Strip Down first. And then for lipstick, I'm going to be trying out the Casey Holmes times Palladio collaboration. This is in the shade Rescue. I only purchased this darker nude shade and then like the more nudie peachy shade. I didn't get the hot pink because I don't really wear a lot of hot pink. But I'm excited to try this. She says it's like amazing, so I want to see. It's like a darker nude. Hopefully it looks okay with this. Ooh, so far it feels like really lightweight. I feel like I overdrew my lips like way too much. Try to fix that. Ooh, okay. She definitely wasn't kidding. It's super lightweight. It dried really fast and it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing anything, and I love the shade. So now I'm just gonna go over everything that I tried out. So the first thing right here is the Patrick Star times MAC powder. I really like this to set my face. It was really lightweight. It didn't make my foundation look cakey or anything, but I don't like it for my under eye, which is probably not this product's fault. It's just I don't like translucent powders, like loose powders to set my under eyes. Like I like pressed powders, but I really like this to set my face. It's really nice. Then we have the Cargo blush in the shade Bali. This is probably my least favorite thing that I tried out today, just because like, I don't know, I feel like this might be one of those blushes that I would like better if I was more fair. Like I feel like now that I have like a tan, you really can't see it, and on my skin tone now it just turned up more like a highlighter. It didn't really show up as a blush. Next we have the liquid lipstick from Casey Holmes and Palladio in the shade Rescue. I love this shade. It's a super dark nude, but I love the formula. Casey, can you please come out with more shades? Thank you. Like a whole shade range, that would be awesome. So this is one of my favorites that I tried out, the Flower Beauty highlighting palette. This is so good. If you only get one thing from this whole video, get this. Get this and the Casey Holmes liquid lipstick. I really like it. Then we have the BH concealers. This was good. The white one was really good to carve out my crease. I really like that. I feel like when I used this Essence under eye brightener crayon thing, I feel like it ruined how this would go. So I think I would definitely pass on the Essence thing. I think this is the thing I liked the least. Right next to the blush. I didn't like that either, really. But I feel like I would like the blush. I don't think that I will like this at all if I continue to use it. So this was like the #1 dud for me. So pass on this. I like this. I thought the formula was really lightweight. Like I said, it did feel like it would dry really fast. So I would suggest when you first try this out to maybe do one eye at a time, like one spot at a time on your face, because I feel like it did dry like really fast. I don't know if I would consider it like full coverage, but it was definitely medium and probably buildable. I just didn't want to like cake up my under eyes, but I actually really like this too. Then we have the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette in Not a Basic Peach. I love this. This is so good. Then we have the JCat Baked Soleil Golden Soleil bronzer. I really like this too. It gave me like a healthy, like bronzy glow without being overly glowy, you know what I mean? So if you typically like matte blushes but you want to try a little something different, I would suggest trying this. This is really affordable and it's really pretty. Like I really like it. Then the last thing is the Maybelline Master Prime Hydrating Smooth Primer. I really like this too. Like it feels like a moisturizer. Like, I really like this. And I just dropped that blush. I probably just finished breaking it. Okay guys, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this full face of first impressions. Let me know if you've tried any of these products in the comments below, or if you go buy any of these products after you've watched this video, because there was some good stuff. Anyways, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe on your way out if you would like to see more of me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.